Hey everyone, welcome back to AFTV. I'm just going to say it now, I'm so proud of this team. We're going to get into why, we're going to talk about everything that's gone down. We're going to try and break down tactically a little bit what we saw, because we don't normally do that in this show, but Arteta did something very specific and it was a masterstroke and we got to talk about it. But I'm here with Charlene. How are you?
I'm good. I'm happy.
buzzing.
And I'm happy that we're smiling at the end of that game, because I mean, initially coming into the game, no one thought we was going to get anything out of it. Then when we got that red card, it was looking like, oh my God. But the team done amazing.
They got I was about to say they got a point. Obviously we don't get points for this, but they got a draw and a chance to win it at the Emirates with everything against them tonight.
Yep. Literally.
Everything against Arsenal. Except for referees, actually. I thought the referee did a very good job. And as we always take time to slander referees and have a go when they do make mistakes.
When it's deserved.
The referee got it spot on with the Xhaka red card as well, and we've more than said our bit on it. In fact, I'm not going to give too much time to Granit Xhaka on this show because I fundamentally don't think he deserves it. We're going to talk about the players and how brilliant they were, and Arteta, and what Arsenal did tonight, because I think it deserves a lot of credit. We know Mane and Salah weren't there for Liverpool, but that was a very full-strength Liverpool side, bar the two. So yeah, we're going to talk about everything. We're going to get your videos in, guys. The number appears. It's on the screen, right here.
Send your videos
Send in your videos on WhatsApp. Keep it clean, obviously. But yeah, let us know how you're feeling, guys. What are you expecting for the second leg? What went right? What went wrong? A lot went right, obviously. We got the draw. And yeah, then we're going to be taking your comments and everything. I'll be scrolling through social media as well to see what people are saying. Richard Jolly has tweeted already that Arsenal are the first visiting side to keep a clean sheet at Anfield with a crowd since Bayern Munich in February 2019. Not a bad stat.
Not bad at all.
What's that, nearly 3 years? Fair play, Arsenal. Although a big year of that was played without a crowd, but still, well played, Arsenal. We got some clips in already. You're straight in with it. I love it. I'm going to enjoy these. I'm going to soak it in and enjoy it. Let's see what you guys have to say.
That is a win to me. I pray that 10 years from now, we look back and this is the match Arsenal came home.
What's up, AFTV? Just finished watching Arsenal sneaking a draw at Anfield, but it was much more than sneaking a draw. I thought that was such an amazing performance after what frankly is a stupid red card by Xhaka. On its own, it's a fine red card, but given his history, it's just truly disappointing. But other than that, the rest of the players did an absolutely amazing job. I think my man of the match would be between probably Ben White and Saka. I think Saka is just such a gem, and he would be an asset to any team in the Premier League or in the world. Like, he needs so little to do so much. But yeah, so happy with the result. I think it's a really positive result. I'm very worried now about the North London derby, just because our midfield looks very, very light. In my last video, I said the same thing. But a question to you all at AFTV. What would be your midfield and cam selection for the North London derby? Would you go more defensive, or would you try to take the game to them? Love to know your thoughts. See you. Bye-bye.
AFTV, Chris here from East London. Absolutely delighted with this performance. What do I have to say? 0-0, but plainly deserved. Plainly deserved. The boys gave everything from minute one, and obviously after the Xhaka send-off, massive performance from the whole team. Rob Holding coming in, just keeping it chill, not doing any silly mistakes. The middle three just battling it out. Lokonga just stepped up second half, bossed the game second half and blocked Liverpool properly. Saka and Martinelli, I don't even know if we need to talk about them anymore. They're just ballers, mate. Seriously, every weekend, they just come in and show the goods. And Laka, what a performance, man. Laka, captain's performance. Something to show the kids. This is a guy that, in the dressing room, people can look at and say, okay, he's setting the example, mate. And I think he's lifting up the mood around this club recently with all the issues that we had, with Aubameyang and stuff. And I'm really happy he stepped up, even though he doesn't score the many goals. We just need a captain's performance today, and he gave one. And obviously, let's address the elephant in the room, Granit Xhaka. Well, Xhaka, goodbye, mate. It's done. It's over. Like that was really resignation letter, and I really hope that you notice I'm gonna be too long, and you can just go away before the end of the window, because this is shocking, mate. You can't tackle like this. Anyway, great performance, and hope we gonna smash them at the return leg at home. See you guys.
Joe here from Kuwait. I was staying up all night, and I was going to go to bed after Xhaka got sent off, but I don't know, I just simply stayed to see, and what a performance, seriously. Oh, credit to the guys, really. Thank you, AFTV, for I enjoyed the commentary as well. Thank you guys.
I love seeing happy Gooners, man.
I know.
Honestly, I love it.
Such a great feeling.
Everyone's so proud, and I'm feeling it too. Let's get these super chats in. DNYG says, shout out to Charlene for predicting a 1-1 draw before the match began.
I know, I did actually predict that. Shout out to you as well, DNYG.
No, well done. You did, you went for a draw. This is a great super chat from Black Caesar. He says, controversial take. You ready for it, guys?
Go on.
In light of this result, do you think the Xhaka red card was worth it? If Jota scores, maybe it gets worse after that. I get exactly what you're saying. I think I would agree if we had loads of other players in the squad available for the North London derby, El Neni, Partey, maybe a new signing, and if it had happened much later in the game, like 75th minute, you know, and there's kind of no way Arsenal can get into it, and you're sensing the opportunity of a draw, then I'd get it. It's the fact that I don't think he needs to make the challenge. I think Jota's still got a lot to do, to take the ball under control, get it past Ramsdale and Ben White, who's covering. So ultimately, I think it's an error of judgment. But do I think Arsenal in some way benefited in this 90? I think yes, formationally. I think we dropped deeper. I think it meant Arsenal really couldn't go for the game and had to protect their penalty box, which maybe made us defend a little bit better. But, that doesn't mean Xhaka gets out of it, because we could have, the way the boys performed, especially in that first 25 minutes, we could have won the game if he'd stayed on the pitch. We were causing them a few problems going forward. But it's a good question. What do you think?
I mean, we did play really well. I mean, when we went down to 10 man, it was a massive concern, but the boys really put out a fight. But I just think Xhaka is meant to be a leader. That's what we was calling for him to come into this game for, to show a bit of leadership quality. And it's just another silly mistake, which could have ended up costing us a game. So I don't agree with it,
Jamon says, I'm glad that everyone showed fight after we went down to 10 men. I like the strength in the ball I'm seeing from Saka and Martinelli. They were absolutely superb.
They were.
I think on the show, we like to go event by event, moment by moment. Obviously get your thoughts, the numbers on the screen, send in your videos. But we're also going to go player by player, because I think a lot of people need a mention here. Let's go all the way back to the starting 11. It comes out. We know we're missing a lot of players. That was the first hurdle to get through. Forget that it's Liverpool at Anfield. Forget that this was meant to be the second leg, and now we're going for the first leg here. Blah blah. Whether that's an advantage is up to you. Then we go there without Odegaard, without Smith Rowe, without Tomiyasu, 3 key players, without Aubameyang, who might not have been playing, but still an option. El Neni, Partey, massive. Who else? Pepe, who's someone who could come on and do something. Like, when the 11 came out, what was your reaction? The way they started that first 25 minutes? How are you feeling about Arsenal at that point in the game?
With the 11, we was all happy with it, because, with the options that we've got available, that is the best 11 that we could have put out. We was happy with the way the game started as well. First 10 minutes or so into the game, we started really sharp, and it was like, okay, we could perhaps get something out of this. Then we started getting a little bit scrappy. Things were looking a bit messy. Had an absolute shocker from Gabriel with that pass back. And then obviously the red card happened. from there I thought, bloody hell, where is this going to go? We're probably going to lose this game. But the boys really put in a shift today. So, you know, big credit to them. It's such a massive shame for Eddie Nketiah as well, because this was an opportunity for him to showcase himself. Obviously, because of that sending off and tactical changes that had to be made, he had to be subbed off quite early on in the game, which is...
And I thought he started quite brightly, working hard,
he showed a
pressing,
lot
all
of
that,
energy as
yeah,
well.
he did. I completely agree with that. Now, one of the questions we had in the videos that came through was what we do with our midfield going into Tottenham, because inevitably we have to talk about it, even though I don't want to, and it's the worst bit of this stream for me. Granit Xhaka doing Granit Xhaka things. Stupid. For me, it's a red card. It's obvious. The refs pulled it out immediately, and no problems with that from my perspective, from the referee's perspective. We don't have him for Sunday. We're desperately trying to bring in a midfielder in time, but that looks unlikely. What would you do? What are the options now?
Well, cut-off time to bring in a midfielder will be, what, tomorrow lunchtime?
That's it. We need it by tomorrow lunchtime.
It's possible. We can do it. Who knows if they're doing something behind closed doors.
That coach journey back, Arteta better be on phone call.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Was there another mention as well that Aziz's contract's been cancelled?
Yeah, Aziz's loan's been terminated.
Terminated as well, but...
Sorry, loan spell's been terminated, so he's come back. Yeah.
Also as well, Odegaard, Smith Rowe, we don't know how long they're going to be out. Could they perhaps be available? Could Tomiyasu be back?
Well, the hope is Tomiyasu and Smith Rowe are, because it seems to be just niggly injuries or whatever, or tight calves and tight groins and all that. And then I think Odegaard is COVID.
Yeah.
So that's really tight, because when did he get it? You know, he played last Sunday, and he's got to play next Sunday. So it's looking very unlikely.
Yeah.
Unless he's... so in the UK, the rules announced today that if you're vaccinated, then you can, once you test positive, you can basically be free from isolation 5 days after your positive test, as long as you test negative. So that suggests that if this had occurred earlier, say he found out Monday or even Tuesday, he could and should be back for Sunday. So touch and go.
Who knows? Who knows is available? But I mean, if we was to go based on the players that we had available today, and those are out with injuries and sickness, then who's our options? Lokonga and what? Coutinho? Who else have we got? We ain't got no one else.
I'd go for... I wouldn't take... After that performance, I wouldn't take White out of the defence.
Yeah.
I'd go for...
Could we put
Lokonga and maybe Chambers, but Chambers did so well at right back today. But then he's probably not facing Son. I think he's out. So maybe if Cedric's okay, Cedric plays and Chambers plays in midfield with Lokonga. That might have to be the way to do it, unless we bring someone in. Who knows? We're going to talk about Lokonga because he was absolutely superb. And we've got more clips. Just before we do, thank you for your super chats. Thank you for everyone who's commenting and watching and enjoying this stream. We're enjoying it because Arsenal were absolutely superb tonight. Touch of Awesome said, Saka should have volleyed the ball from Tierney. Other than that, so satisfied after going down to 10 men that we got a draw. Yeah, it was a tough chance, and maybe we could have done a little bit better, but he's exhausted at that point. That's one of those, oh my God, I'm not going to get this opportunity many times, and he's just frantically trying to make something happen, but I get what you mean. There was another...
Saka did actually have quite a few opportunities early on in the game as well.
He did, he had some nice kind of one-on-ones, some space opened up, but yeah, he was at the heart of all the best things we did. NTT Music says, Xhaka didn't do it on purpose. If Vieira did that to Giggs back in the day, he wouldn't have scored that wonder goal. Take one for the team sometimes. I thoroughly disagree, especially when it's your, sixth red card since joining the club, maybe more. I said sixth, like, hesitatingly. I feel like it could be more.
Feels like it's
but
more.
Maybe it's not more, but it feels like that much. In terms of mistakes, he's easily in the 10s, 15s, I don't know. I think we had another one. Jay Gunafan TV says, amid Salah and Mane, we kept Liverpool quiet today, and if we perform like that against Spurs, we can win the game. Can we get Arthur ASAP by Sunday, James? According to Chris Wheatley in Football London, we are trying to. We are trying to get Arthur done by midday tomorrow. So it's a real rush. Could Wilshere sign? I see Wilshere being mentioned a few times. Someone mentioned something about an injury.
Would you bring Wilshere back? He is a bit injury prone, ain't he?
I can't know. I can't know how he's doing in training. But yeah, I'd love to. At least it's someone. Ishe says Cedric is injured, James. Yeah, I know, but it might be a knock that he just couldn't play through. But sometimes there's one of those where it feels worse,
Then
and then later
actually
it's
is.
okay.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of recall Guendouzi, but I don't think that's an option. I can't imagine Arsenal would have gone into January when they could have just recalled Guendouzi, unless Arteta really can't stand him. But I mean, I don't know. Also, would he want to come back? I don't know. All right, guys, we've got more videos from you guys. Thank you so much. Let's hear what you're saying.
Hi guys, that was a great game. Good to watch. The guys, come back like that due to the FA Cup loss, and we have the FA Cup now. It's nice to see the guys come and put a strong performance against Liverpool. I don't care which players are missing, but that's still Liverpool. That's still got players that can destroy teams at some stage. But we did it. We come away there. Positive note.
Whoa, geez, the final 5 minutes were was some scary stuff, you know. But I've got some mixed feelings with what's just happened. I wanted to give Arteta a lot of stick for continuously playing Xhaka, even though he always gets red cards, always costs us games. You know, at what point do you stop blaming Xhaka and start blaming Arteta for that? Because he's the one who's keep playing him. But after Xhaka's gone off, I have to praise Arteta for how he set up the team. You know, going 5 at the back and making some sensible substitutions. We've defended so well. Every single player out there after Xhaka, you know, they deserve so much praise. The way Martinelli just laid on the floor afterwards, just gasping for air, amazing. Martinelli and Saka deserve especially so much praise. I do want to question whether that Xhaka tackle was a red card, because when David Luiz got a red card for that ludicrous challenge when he accidentally stepped on someone's foot because he didn't actively try to get the ball, Xhaka did actively try to get the ball, so I thought it was a yellow card. But it's no excuse, but you know what I mean?
What's up guys, Javi from the US here. Wow, so many mixed emotions. Going into this game, when I saw that Liverpool lineup, I was so pissed, and I lost all respect for Liverpool with that false positive crap. Then we go into it, I want to fight for my players, I see Xhaka do what he did, and it's just, come on man, this just can't keep happening. You know, I don't blame him for what happened at City because it was soft, but this is just stupid. I mean, how many times you need to learn, man, you know? But then, that defensive performance, that resilience, man, we got some real cojones, as Dini liked to say. What a freaking way to defend with 10 men, to get out of there with a 0-0, absolutely fantastic. And you know what? I think this builds confidence. I think we're definitely going to have some tired legs, but you know what? Tottenham have been very poor. We have some absentees in midfield, but they have no midfield at all. So hopefully we get Smith Rowe and Tomiyasu back in, and I'm sure Arteta can work something out and move some figures around and still more or less keep the same system intact. So, man, I'm just ecstatic right now.
Hi, AFTV. I'm calling out Turkish and James. Remember last time, before the draw, you guys were so scared that you don't want Arsenal to draw Liverpool or Chelsea or whatnot, right? See, today, we hold on 0-0 against Liverpool, even with 10 men. As Arsenal fans, we need to believe in our team. Look at the performance of all the youngsters all this season. How can you be so scared? You shouldn't be so scared. We need to be bold. We are the Arsenal. We have the players. We have the potential to beat any top team in the Premier League. So grow your balls, Turkish and James. Stop being so scared. Otherwise, if you are so scared of big guns, you should support a team in the Championship. Don't support Arsenal.
Okay, I'm going to say something that's a bit controversial. I think if Xhaka didn't get that red card, we would have probably lost this game. And this is because I think if we did have a full team squad, we would have been expected, or Arteta would have expected from the squad to go up and actually attack. Liverpool would have found spaces in the middle and in the back, and they would have capitalized. This is what I think. Now, obviously, it's not ideal that we just play defense and park the bus like that. But I think, given the circumstances that we had Emil Smith Rowe out and others in the midfield out, maybe it was a Xhaka masterclass to get red carded. That's all I'm saying. Maybe.
You've been called out, mate. You and Turkish. I absolutely love that.
We might have to call Turkish in later. So
we do. Turkish, where are you?
Yeah.
Grow some
All
balls, mate.
all I will say, I wanted Liverpool. I wanted Liverpool.
You wanted Liverpool?
I said play Liverpool because they don't have Mane and Salah. And I thought they wouldn't take it seriously. In fairness, they took it seriously, and I predicted a 2-1 defeat. But I thought we'd give them a game. Nah, fair play, and he's right. He's absolutely right. Like we do have to back this team.
100%.
It is like you've got to understand. Like some of us, it's a defense mechanism. We all want our team. We're all willing. We're all feeling every kick, every moment with them. But sometimes it's prepare for disappointment. But no, I hear it, and the boys are fantastic, and they. As the season goes on, they are teaching us more and more to believe. And trust me, Turks have been predicting results he would never have predicted before. So I hear what you're saying, and I'll take it on board. I'll try and grow some balls. I'm sorry. And now Brennan's telling me. So, yeah. Yeah. A lot of people are enjoying it in the comment section as well. Fair play. Listen, fair play. I might just let you talk for 5 because I think I've got to just soak this one in.
He's got to calm down.
I've got to soak this one in.
While you focus on calming down, let's talk about the players individually. Let's start with Aaron Ramsdale. How do you think he performed today?
A few moments where I thought, is he getting a bit flappy and kind of losing his head? But actually, he dealt with those things. Like, it doesn't look pretty, and it doesn't look like he's got the ball as much as he should. But he's, if he doesn't, then Van Dijk's got a free header or can take a touch or whatever. So, yeah, I think he was very good. And there are a lot of crosses he claimed. Obviously, he's a big part of marshalling what's in front of him as well. So, yeah, massive credit to him. He was fantastic.
Ben White getting back quite a few times as well, sort of cover for Ramsdale as well. What did you make of White's performance?
Listen.
He got man of the match as well.
A lot of people thought, let's just say it how it is, a lot of people thought he was just a pretty boy who could play on the ball and he was just quite elegant but needs a back three at Brighton to look good. Absolute rubbish. This guy's a quality player. He showed it at Brighton last season, showed it at Leeds the year before. He showed it for England in his friendlies, didn't get minutes at the Euros, but this guy should be playing for England. He's going to be a part of our defence for a long time. There's a reason Arteta didn't look elsewhere for options and went, Ben White, 50 million, pay it up. Because he is a Rolls-Royce defender. What I mean by that is, it's what he does on the ball. That is extremely impressive. But today, the art of defending.
Yeah.
And defending, people always think, just because you miss a couple headers, you're not a good defender. It's not. It's such a simplistic way of analysing, defending. It's understanding when to mark space, when to block off a run, when to make sure that ball isn't there down the line. Pressing up high enough that you've got the recovery pace to cover, and judging how much is too much, how much is too far or too little or whatever, how to get in front of your man and win the ball, knowing when it's there to be won and when not, because if you don't, they spin in behind, and Ben White rarely gets caught out with that. Knowing when to drive out the back, play the ball over the top. He found a few of those today. He was absolutely immense, and I'm so glad I'm seeing all over my timeline, which I've got here on Twitter, that everyone is giving Ben White the credit he deserves.
So, well-deserved man of the match for
me,
Ben White.
Well, what did you make of his performance?
Everything that you're saying, outstanding performance from Ben White. He was solid today. Definitely what we needed against Liverpool as well.
Yeah,
so
I thought he was absolutely
credit
fantastic.
to Ben White as well, man of the match.
I thought he was absolutely fantastic, honestly. Gabriel, let's go through the rest of the team. Fullbacks, obviously Cedric comes off injured, can't really judge him. But I thought Chambers and Tierney were fantastic. Chambers did really well as well. And then Holding and Gabriel, because Holding was playing as the central of the three. Gabriel had a few wobbly moments towards the end, but I thought
he got a yellow card as well, didn't he?
Yeah, for a typical Gabriel. He's got to cut that out. But I thought
Gabriel,
generally
discipline.
Yeah, agreed. Generally was fantastic though. I
he
thought
did have
Holding,
that scary moment as well where he passed the ball back, almost scored an own goal.
True. I thought Holding, this was his bread and butter. He's very good at actually defending tight spaces. There's a reason he's played in 2 back threes and 2 FA Cup finals, and we've won those cup finals.
Yeah.
He suits that back three, that deeper kind of. If I'm a like a Leeds or a Newcastle who sometimes play a back three, I'm looking at Holding seriously, and he got a lot of stick after Nottingham Forest, and rightly so, by the way, because what he did on the ball was shambolic. But his defending in tight areas when we drop deep is very good. He's very good at marking space. So credit to Rob Holding. I thought he was terrific tonight. And yeah, we said Gabriel. Lokonga, one-man midfield. Oh my God, fantastic.
Done well. Bearing in mind he's new to Premier League as well.
New to the
Fairly
Premier
new.
League. His last Anfield experience was a nightmare. Suffocated in that game, and he was terrific. Martinelli, Xhaka, what did you make of them?
Martinelli, my two little faves.
Oh, I love them. I love them so much.
Exactly, with Martinelli
so
as well. I
lucky to
mean, you
have them.
saw he was knackered. He really put in a shift today.
Yeah.
Great performance from him. Saka. I mean, we know what we're going to get with Saka. It's a bit unfortunate that he wasn't able to finish those chances, though.
Yeah,
quite a few chances, and just needs to be a bit more.
one real opening.
Yeah.
But there were most, but a lot of them he was making for himself. So I've got to give him mad credit. He was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Guys,
Lacazette.
Yeah,
Let's not
Lacazette.
forget
Sorry, of
Lacazette.
course, we've got to talk about. I thought Lacazette was terrific, but I want to give Lacazette a proper mention in a sec. But before I do, we've got Turkish in the building, and I think he's got to
Let's
hear
get his
what
reaction.
someone's had to say to both me and him. I'm just going to speak to production. Have we got the? We've got 2
We'll try
seconds.
and
In the
get that
meantime,
clip
I'm just
back
going to
up.
read this super chat. The W says, "Big up Lacazette today, a real leader. Bring Jack Wilshere in." I need to say Jack. Bring Jack in on a short-term contract, then go all out to get Tielemans as the long-term replacement for Xhaka. Sangyuk says, "Call out the racial stereotypes and xenophobia, please." Yeah, guys, absolutely. So Sangyuk, I believe. He's just sending a super chat. I think he's absolutely spot on. I've noticed a comment or two, and I've just been talking to production. They're gonna obviously any comments, right? Anything racist, xenophobic, anything, you're getting blocked immediately. You're not welcome back on this channel. I saw 1 or 2 that got blocked, but we're sending the message out there and then. It's as simple as that. I've mentioned it on a stream before, and I mentioned it again. We're not tolerating it. Right. We do have a message for Turkish. He's here in the building.
We'll get his reaction to it.
He's waiting here. You'll get his live reaction. Let's hear what they had to say.
Hi, AFTV. I'm calling out Turkish and James. Remember last time, before the draw, you guys were so scared that you don't want Arsenal to draw Liverpool or Chelsea or whatnot, right? See, today, we hold on 0-0 against Liverpool, even with 10 men. As Arsenal fans, we need to believe in our team. Look at the performance of all the youngsters all this season. How can you be so scared? You shouldn't be so scared. We need to be bold. We are the Arsenal. We have the players. We have the potential to beat any top team in the Premier League. So grow your balls, Turkish and James. Stop being so scared. Otherwise, if you are so scared of big guns, you should support a team in the Championship. Don't support Arsenal.
I'm tired of Arsenal fans crying like that, man. I can't lie to you. One thing I'm going to say is it's all good and well after the Liverpool game talking like that, because I didn't want Liverpool in the League Cup. I think people would understand why. But guess what? When we got Nottingham Forest, I was very happy about that. I was very excited about that. And look what happened, my guy. Where was your video after Nottingham Forest, mate? Where was your video after Nottingham Forest? And I think it's cheeky for fans as well to question my support for the club I've grown up watching.
I think they're having a bit of fun with us.
Nah, that's not funny. You look very serious. A bit of a smile. Would have made it fun. For me, it's just like, it's this whole attitude we get with after one result, it's, see, Turkish. And after another result, they're hiding in the background until the next positive one comes. Today was very good. Today was very positive. And I've said that all throughout the stream, and today I'll say it again. But it's hard to be excited when it's so inconsistent.
No, and I get it. I'm just going to read the super chat before it goes. Macau says, Arsenal need to clean the squad and get cheap quality. Well, I agree to a degree. You could say Sambi Lokonga's kind of been that. I mean, yeah, it cost 20 million, but in terms of the quality we've got, what we could do for the future. Minimalistic says a lot of Xhaka apologists out there. Do we have another super chat? No, that's it. Right. I took that video as kind of good banter with us, but I really do echo your point that we're not through yet. And we're very quick to kind of, when we win, get super excited. But also when we lose, go super the other way. Which is why after Forest, anyone who watched my fan cams, I didn't lose my shit after that. I thought, look, bad day at the office, but there were mitigating circumstances. And I've seen this team be able to bounce back. Today they bounced back.
Again. Third time, fourth time, I think, this season. Look, what it is if if you look at my prediction last week when the Thursday's fixture was meant to come, I actually predicted the win because of how depleted Liverpool were going to be. This week as well, up until yesterday, I predicted 2-2 because I thought Liverpool would be more depleted than they was. So I was actually pretty optimistic coming in, considering Liverpool don't take this serious.
You were in the draw. You were in that live draw show with me, and I was saying I wanted Liverpool. Do you remember? I was saying I want Liverpool. I don't think they take the cup that seriously.
And I looked at you like,
yeah, you were looking at me like, you mad.
I don't know about that.
So yeah, but look, I get it. And look, and I made this point earlier. When we're on these watch-alongs or whatever opinion we give before or after, we're feeling every kick and every throw and everything with the players and with you guys all the time. So just because we might be a little bit cautious about what we're expecting doesn't mean we're not supporting as much as you. But appreciate the video, and we're going to look to grow our balls, absolutely.
Yeah, I'll water them and see how far they go.
All right, we've got more clips. After this, I want to break down with Turkish a couple tactical tweaks Arteta made that I thought really got us over the line tonight, and we've got to big him up as well as talk about the rest of the team. We've got more clips from you, so let's see what you have to say.
What's going on, guys? Sosa from Phoenix, Arizona, over here in the United States, right? Where do I start, man? First things first, I'm glad we got away, with the draw. At least we're going to the Emirates. Just needed a win. I mean, I don't want to jinx it like Villarreal last year, but we should be able to do it. Just hopefully we get some good luck with the injuries and, players coming back. Hopefully Ghana get knocked out of the AFCON. I'm Nigerian. I shouldn't hope they get knocked out, but it's facts. We need TP and a midfielder and a striker ASAP. Should have never let Ainsley go. And I'm going to end it by saying, granted, you're threading a very, very, very thin line, man. Peace out, guys.
I must say I am really, really impressed by our performance of the boys, the resilience, they played totally as a team, and I'm sure they brought it all out there, gave everything, dropped everything on the field. Great performance. But I just hope they're able to recover in time for the North London derby, because it's more important. And if we can bring in a reinforcement in the midfield side of things, I think we should be able to get top 4. But if not, I just assume that this is indeed made my day. And we could do anything to just let Xhaka go. He's one calamity away. We were saved today by just the total resilience of the boy. But Xhaka, it has even been proven. Play Chambers in there or play Ben White in midfield instead of Xhaka, and just hold forth until we sign someone else. But well done, boys. And indeed, they made me really proud today. Anyway, I'm Tari. I'm calling in from Atlanta, Georgia. Thank you, and do have a well day. Come on, you Gunners.
Hey, AFTV. So it's a great game at Anfield. It was like I was totally losing the hope when we had that 24 minutes red card. With this red card, Arteta has, learned the lessons. Should we start with Xhaka or not? And we had like one certain target, but Liverpool didn't have any shot on target, which is great. Xhaka was great, defensive, everything. Everybody plays very well. I really like the way the Chambers was playing. So I think instead of Shedrick, if we start with the Chambers, I think that's the best start. And I definitely like it. Gunners, guys. We'll got you on the Emirates.
Big up to everyone, AFTV, Jay from Australia. Wow, we got a 0-0. We drew. I thought we were going to get hammered 3 or 4, but we kept it at bay. Big up to everyone today. The 10 men, except Xhaka. Xhaka, you let us down today, But we didn't capitulate. We played with heart, and we really, really drived ourselves forward, Ramsdale, excellent today. The defense, we had 6 defenders today. We're more like we're playing 6-1-2, Sambi Lokonga stepped up in the second half. So good today, I think, but everyone deserves to be the man of the match today. But for me, man of the match would be Martinelli. Hopefully we win in our home leg, against Liverpool and go to the final in Wembley. And yeah, bring reinforcements soon. So yeah, bring Arthur in. Cheers.
Hey guys, this is Jen from Australia. I just finished watching the Liverpool versus Arsenal game at Anfield, and there's just a couple of things I want to say. First and foremost, I'm really disappointed in Xhaka's performance. I think he's a really risky player, and when he plays, I'm really not sure what he's going to do. Is he going to play well today, or is he going to get another red card? Like, how many times does he need to get a red card before Arteta realises we need to get rid of this guy? I mean, it's really upsetting for me because I actually think he's a good player when he plays well. But when he does silly things like this, the rest of the team do suffer. And we went down to 10 men today. But in saying that, I really feel like the boys, even though they only had 10 men on the field, they played incredibly. A 0-0 draw against Liverpool at home, for us, that's a really good result. I feel like the boys should go into the dressing room today after that game and have the confidence to come out and beat Liverpool at our home ground in the next one. Hopefully we can do that and go to the final. Congratulations to the boys today. Well done. You should be proud of yourselves, and hopefully we've got the next one.
I actually love I love doing this show when we're all happy, the Gooners are positive, the job's not done.
Man said he's moving to Australia.
I love it when Arsenal just put in a performance like that. The job ain't done, but we could be super proud of the team tonight, can't we?
100%. It's similar to the Man City one, just without the last minute deflator, which was the goal.
Yeah.
And in them last few minutes, we was tested more than we was in the 90.
Yeah.
And we resisted. You know, Ramsdale, at the last few minutes, he had a few touchy moments, but we got away with it.
Yeah.
And that's what you need. You know, when you have that sort of a performance, getting over the line is so important for confidence and belief and so on. I predicted a draw before. If you ask me 2-2, 1-1 or 0-0 draw, it's always going to be 0-0, especially at Anfield, because that's a performance there.
Yeah, there's something in it, isn't there? To shut out Liverpool at Anfield in front of their crowd. And I know Mane weren't there, but still, there's still a lot of quality in that team. They still had their first choice goalkeeper, back four and midfield three.
There's a lot of experience in that team. They've been there, done that. And when I mean been there, done that, been somewhere a lot of these Arsenal players haven't, at the top.
Well, look, Firmino has been a starting striker in their Champions League title-winning sides. Jota has been a revelation since they signed. So you can argue it's only really one side that they're weak in, and that's Minamino, he's struggled since he arrived. But honestly, a lot to enjoy. Now, we want to break this down tactically a little bit. This isn't the Tactical Insight Show, so I've not dragged you in to
replace Graham's
job. But to give Arteta the credit I believe he really deserves, I feel it needs to be illustrated a little bit. And we're going to go into this more in Tactical Insight next week after both legs, when we'll review it all. Now, these are the starting 11s, and a lot happens in 25 minutes. Because the first thing we see is Cedric come off. So, help if I knew how to use this thing. So Cedric comes off, and we see Chambers has replaced him. Fine, pretty like for like, kind of expected. After Chambers' performance, out of interest, are you surprised he didn't start?
No, I put Cedric above Chambers in the right back pecking order, if I'm honest.
I do too, actually.
But he came on and done well, you know.
Yeah, I thought he was terrific.
Didn't cost us anything and done well defensively.
Yeah, he was terrific. And then I'm going to highlight it in red for a very obvious reason. Granit Xhaka, ladies and gentlemen, does what Xhaka does, plays well for 25 minutes and then kicks someone in the chest. So, Arsenal have to respond to that. Now, this is kind of what I was expecting, right? If we clear this, drag Xhaka off, I was expecting him, because it's so, or not I was kind of expecting, I just think it's very easy to do. You can go to Lacazette in central midfield. He works hard, he's got that kind of tenacity, and you might just go 4-4-1-1. You might just say, you know what, tighten up, guys, like that. Saka and Martinelli come really narrow. Let Nketiah work up front and kind of invite Liverpool on, because you know they're going to get in those areas. And you know Trent and Robertson are going to get forward with Milner, Fabinho. They went for it, by the way, because Milner got taken off for Curtis Jones and Oxlade-Chamberlain. You're kind of expecting something like that from Arsenal. Now, what I loved about that is, what I loved about what he did instead of this is, normally with this kind of situation, Arsenal would lose, in my opinion, this battle here to Liverpool. Because, let's do it again. There we go. Because they've only got the two-man midfield of Lokonga and Lacazette. And when you've got Henderson, who likes to pull out wide, create overloads, you've got Milner and Fabinho, who are so dynamic, they're always going to dominate that area. I thought what Arsenal did brilliantly, and I've got to give Arteta so much credit, and I'm not just saying this to sound smart. I've always wondered, why do managers play 4-4-1 and they go down to 10 men? They've got no advantage in any area of the pitch. There's nothing you can get. Do you know what I mean? You're not outnumbering the midfield. You're not outnumbering at the back. You've only got the one striker to cause them problems. You can't support them. It's one of the worst formations, in my opinion, when you go down to 10 men. So what Arteta did, and I love it, he brings off Eddie Nketiah. He brings on Rob Holding. Keeps Lacazette up front, but he drops really deep. And then he plays a 3-man midfield of Xhaka, Martinelli and Lokonga. That allows Chambers to cover the width a little bit better because Robertson's always going to bomb on. It allows White to defend that run to Jota, Holding to press forward when needed on Firmino, Gabriel and Tierney again to do the same with Trent Alexander-Arnold. The amount of one-on-one battles they had there, and Arsenal came out on top. It also means, as I highlighted before, this central area isn't getting dominated as much because yes, you've got Milner, Fabinho, Henderson floating, but you've got a really tight midfield of Saka, Lokonga and Lacazette as well, keeping it compact, basically saying, play through us. And you can't. Oh, I mean, you can, but it's very difficult to. They couldn't. The other thing it allows, and this is what I think was really good, there were a couple moments where Arsenal looked to break because Martinelli and Saka could make those runs from in to out when there was space to exploit because Trent and Robertson have got forward. But also, if they're to get in those areas and get forward, it also meant one of Chambers or Tierney could support because there was extra depth behind just to cover those areas. I thought it was really smart from Arsenal. It meant we had positional dominance in the defence. It meant we were tight and compact in midfield so they couldn't play through us. And it invited crosses into the box when they didn't have Mane and Salah, who were so good at poaching in the area. I just wanted to point that out. We'll do more of it in Tactical Insight.
And he deserves credit, Arteta, 100%.
He deserves some credit for that.
And I have to talk about that. But he is learning. That's one thing. Let's hope he learns from the Xhaka mistake as well.
Well, we've done a lot of praising for Arteta there, and rightly so. Does he take any criticism for the Xhaka situation? The reason I say it...
Actually, yeah, okay, go on.
No, what? I'll leave the question as that.
We all listen. Even me, who's been Xhaka's biggest critic over the years, would have started him today, because you look at how light the midfield is at the moment. Lighter now with the red card. It just makes sense to play the one that's more experienced, the one that's been here a few years, the one that tends to be your guy, and by you I mean Arteta. Does any of that criticism fall on Arteta? It kind of does, including Edu in terms of the summer recruitment and not really getting it done when you should have.
Sure.
But in terms of right now, I guess people can look at Ainsley Maitland-Niles and say, well, why is he out on loan at the moment when we haven't got the necessary cover? Now, these are variables that, yes, you can attribute to Arteta. At the end of the day, we're here. We're in and around top 4 and we've got something to fight for. I think what Arteta just needs to do now is learn. Wenger didn't learn, lost his job. Emery didn't learn, lost his job. Arteta learn because Xhaka's been costing man jobs for years, so you don't want to be the next one.
That's a very good point. We've got some more clips in, guys. Just before we do, round off a couple things.
Yep.
Super chat from Dylan says, delayed game and still can't beat us. So pumped right now. Absolutely, but a big second leg to go. Must stress that. Secondly, on what we were just saying there about Arteta, I think where he takes a little bit of blame in terms of everything beyond just this match as well is the Maitland-Niles thing. Yeah, I think that is a little bit of a problem. I think the amount of red cards we've had in his tenure is a problem. At what point are you grabbing, just grabbing the players by the shirt? What are you doing?
Yeah.
You're costing us. There's a line, and too often Arsenal players are crossing it. And I don't just mean red cards, I mean giving away penalties. That's been a theme of the last couple of games and months. But that's it. I mean, giving Xhaka a new contract, I can understand Arteta and Edu saying we're not selling for 11 million to Roma. That's a disgrace. Sure, at some point there's got to be that moment in the market when you go, hold on, no, we're not going to get mugged off. And if we've got to pay over the odds to get what we want to get, we'll do it. And I like that. That's acting like a big club, Arsenal. I like that. Having said that, that doesn't mean you just play him and keep him and give him new contracts. There's nothing better. So I have issues with that. But we've done the Xhaka thing. And
time and time again, and here we are doing it again. But this time, it didn't cost us, people, and that's why we got to look at the positives today, which was the result. Regardless of 11 and 10, we would have all taken a point today. So yeah, I think we move. I mean, the bare minimum is you stay in the tie, you move on to Tottenham, and I think we done the bare minimum and more because we got the draw, we stayed in the tie, and we pulled out a performance.
Yeah.
One thing I'm worried about is tired legs, and it's an emotional
too.
game against Tottenham. Fans, players, you can feel it. So I'm hoping that they've still got that energy left to really kind of push again against Tottenham because we're going to need an equally good performance, if not better.
Yeah, completely agree. Now, I was about to let you go. I was about to play some clips, but there's a little bit of semi-breaking news 4 minutes ago from Charles Watts on Twitter. Arsenal and Arthur, both hoping that his loan move can be completed quickly. Marcelo Hazan reports Arthur will meet with Allegri tomorrow to try and push through deal. Arsenal will be doubly keen to get things wrapped up swiftly after Xhaka's red card tonight. Now, that's big news, but he needs to be in by midday tomorrow.
It's not happening. It's not happening.
I'm not encouraged at the meetings tomorrow. Why not kind of have it now? I'll just pick up the phone and figure it out.
We ain't getting a new midfielder in for Tottenham. Maybe Liverpool next week, but it's not happening for Tottenham. We've got to make do with what we've got.
Yeah, to be fair, we still need one for that Liverpool game. So
yeah, now Juventus have seen that red card. If we are trying to get him, they would probably have a couple mil more to be paying.
Yeah. How about a little loan fee? You know, all that. Maybe a couple million to have him.
We need them a lot more now than we did 2 hours ago.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you know what I mean? So
brilliant. Apparently, Edu has posted on his Instagram story, wow, what commitment from our players. This is the way. Fair enough, man. You should enjoy that.
And better continue posting and keep it consistent then, Edu.
Yeah, there you go. See, he set the standard. Right, we've delayed it enough. We've got clips and we've got Stricto in the building joining us after these videos as well. Let's hear what you have to say.
Guys, I am so happy. That felt like a win today. I mean, the way the boys just, stuck up for each other. They battled it out tonight, and I'm so proud of the boys. However, Granit Xhaka, how many chances is this guy going to get? I mean, has Arteta not had enough of Xhaka? I mean, he lets us down time and time again, and we need to address that midfield as soon as possible. Get some people in right now, Arsenal. Come on.
What's up, guys? 3 a.m. here in Pakistan, and I've work early tomorrow. I never thought I'd be so happy with a 0-0, but that's where our standards are. And obviously with 10 men at Anfield, I think anyone would be happy. Hopefully we can take it through at home. I back the boys at home. Just keep 11 men. Keep 11 men on Sunday. Keep 11 men on Thursday. It'll feel like we're playing with an extra man. We outplayed City with 10 men, even though we lost. And we held our own with 10 men here. So just keep 11 men and we're all good. It's a strong future. I'm happy for the boys. Just need to sign a centre mid immediately.
Hello, my name is Charles and I'm calling from London, East London. The match with Liverpool, that was a great match. The boys did well. And I think Xhaka has been, they watch Xhaka too much. Any little thing from Xhaka, they send him off. I think that there wasn't any need to send Xhaka off there. It could have easily maybe just yellow or just been given a verbal warning. This referee said need to leave Xhaka alone. But the boys did well. That was a great match. Holding Liverpool to 10, fantastic. Now we need to get ready and we need to go and beat Tottenham. Very important.
Hi, good evening AFTV. This is Masood here from London. I would like to say it was a defensive masterclass. Just forget everything. If there was anything we can take from this game is the defensive masterclass, unity, greed, determination. They never let themselves down. Usually in Anfield, I thought, it's going to be another long night again. But guys, hats off. It's a real pleasure to watch them. Such a determination, doesn't matter. And you know what? Without Mane and Salah in the second leg, we always have a chance. And about Xhaka, please, I think we need to move on from him. Whatever is the situation is, I think, guys, that's it. We cannot defend him anymore. We cannot rely on him. He's letting team down again and again, again and again. Nothing personal. I think it's time to move on. Thank you.
I thought it was over, man. I thought it was over in the 22nd minute, man. When my man's got a red card, man, I was like, we doomed. We just sort the game just like that. But, man, shout out to Xhaka, my guy. Yeah, man, that was great, man. That could have been the goal, man. But shout out to my guy, man. So we level. It ended nil, man. I know it wasn't an easy match, but my boys, man, that was some great teamwork, especially in the second half, my guy. Oh, man, that's some super football from Arsenal out there. Yeah, Saka, Martinelli, man. Great fight, great team spirit, everybody, yeah. Shout out to my man Zateta, man. Shout out to my guy Xhaka for the red card and everything. Yeah, man. So we live to fight another day. But
Xhaka!
yeah,
Prick, Xhaka!
that's my man's, you know what? Yeah, man. So shout out. This has been Big Sam from Zambia. And yeah, shout out to Don Robbie, AFTV. Yeah, man. I'm out.
Big up AFTV and all Arsenal fans. This is Karim from Russia. Heroic performance by these 10 players on the pitch. Heroic defending. They deserve all the credit. And I wanted to give credit to Granit Xhaka for making it so clear and obvious that we need to sign a midfielder. Actually, we needed to sign a midfielder last week, not just now. So Xhaka is putting pressure on the owners. And you know what? I think Arteta should have started the game with 5 defenders at the back. Because playing against Liverpool, especially at Anfield, you can't go like that. And we were missing Tomiyasu tonight. And ironically, after Xhaka was sent off and he put 5 defenders on the pitch, we started playing even better. And Arteta is under big pressure until the end of the season. He needs to get the top 4. And I don't understand some Arsenal fans saying 5th is alright, 5th is progress. Because no one expected us to get top 4 at the start of the season. I don't know why you keep lowering the standards of this club. With this mentality, you better go and support Leicester City or West Ham. And the game against Tottenham is so important, and it's not just Conte factor at Tottenham. I don't know why you guys keep ignoring the fact that their squad is more expensive than ours. That's why the Cronkies need to start to invest tonight.
Welcome back, guys. I've got Stricter. How are we doing?
Yes, James.
So, got a super chat here from Smith DLM says, yes, Xhaka deserves a red. Question, knowing he gets himself in trouble one-on-one, why was he last defender? Where was Gabriel positionally? Look, maybe you can question why Arsenal was so open, but it just doesn't matter, does it?
Of course it doesn't. I mean, that question, did he play left back?
Have you got your mic on?
Fucking hell.
Just hold that. Just hold it.
Yeah, sorry.
We're good, aren't we?
Hey, can you hear me, yeah?
They can probably hear you anyway.
You know, let me
I saw it sitting there, I thought, he's not got his mic on.
I thought it was my phone, but anyway, like, he was playing left back a few seasons. Was it last season? He played
last season he played at left back a little bit,
He
Xhaka,
kind of did all right there.
Yeah,
but,
did a job, yeah.
But that's not the problem. The problem is awareness. Like, he has an awareness of an amateur, bro. Like, you know, there's going to be times in games where players aren't in the position they're supposed to be at.
Yeah.
You know, and it's your job to cover.
Yeah.
And that was horrible, bro. You wouldn't want that cover. Like, if you're running a business and someone calls in sick, and I don't know, maybe you're running a private hospital and one of your doctors calls in sick, and you need a cover, and you're not gonna go on the street and just pick someone up. Anyone, just dash him in there to do operations. You know, that's kind of what it feels like with this guy. You know, it just feels like he lets you down time and time again. And it seems to be at critical times. Do you know what I mean? It's never...
No, it's never when we're 3-0 up against
Right.
Burnley and it's like, oh, Xhaka, you know?
I was saying to my brethren the other day, I was like, you know what? Like, Xhaka's the kind of player, I wouldn't even bring him on if we was 3-0 up against Burnley. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Because he's just such a liability. Anything can happen with him being on the pitch. And I keep asking, what is this guy actually good at? No one can answer me.
I hear that. Dan sends in a comment, says, Vieira got 8 red cards. Yeah, but is Xhaka as good as Vieira? Or as
Who said that?
Dan,
have a word of yourself. Don't even mention Vieira and Xhaka, bro. Come on, have a word, man.
Joe said actually his awareness was good. He was just unlucky. Joe, I disagree because awareness doesn't just mean like positional and where to be on the pitch. You could credit him for being the only one able to get back and cover in that situation. But awareness is also like self-awareness. Like, does he walk away from his mistakes and go, I made a mistake, I shouldn't do that again? No, because he repeats them again and again and again and again. The amount of penalties he's conceded, the amount of red cards, this guy does not learn from what he does, and that's a frustration. But I want to pull it back on to positivity. Let's get your man of the match. We're wrapping up very soon. We've got some final videos to play. But
I think there's a lot of players that could be man of the match today. In fact, you could give it to the remaining 10 players. To be fair, everyone played unified.
Yeah.
You know, seeing Laka pressing, winning the ball back, holding on to it, doing what you're supposed to, taking care of the ball. Saka running with the ball.
Yeah,
terrific. Showing those qualities. Martinelli again, the pressing down.
Yeah.
Ben White, Gabriel. It's actually hard to actually pick one, to be honest. But if you're asking me, I'll go with Laka, because we talk about experience when we mention Xhaka.
Yeah.
Right? And his experience isn't used where and how it's supposed to be used. And you look at Laka, a man with experience who uses it well. So yeah, I'd give it. It would edge it for me.
Yeah, no, I hear that. I'm with you. I think a lot of players could have got it. I gave big credit to Rob Holding, who I thought came in
of course, yeah.
and in a deep block did really well. Ben White, terrific. We've mentioned how good Ben White was and kind of everything he offers. He's this kind of old school mentality because he doesn't head the ball as well as Van Dijk. He's not a good defender. Load of rubbish. He's absolutely terrific. Honestly, I thought we were great. Let's just look ahead now as we're coming to the end of the stream. Do have a couple final videos in. So stop sending yours in because I don't know. How many have we got? Probably quite a bit. But we are going to try and incorporate the videos you guys send in to other videos and other stuff as well that we do. I'm hearing there is room for a couple more. So if you want to send in your thoughts, please do. What I wanted to do very quickly while I got you strict and we end the show is look ahead to Spurs and then Liverpool next week. I read that news as you were here, the breaking news that it looks like we are trying to get this Arta deal over the line. It looks like we are going to be short though for Spurs anyway. I don't want to disrupt the defence, so I don't want to just be chucking in, White in midfield or whatever. What would you be looking to do when we go to Spurs?
I mean, I think. So is Arta? Is he?
Yeah.
How likely is that to sign him before? Unlikely. So that's
they're trying.
I mean, it's a tough one. We really are lying. I think I do agree with you. You really don't want to distract the defence. I think possibly playing Callum Chambers because I think he's probably the more versatile one out of. In the squad right now.
Do you think Callum Chambers could come into midfield like he did with Fulham, and he's got a very good performance at Liverpool under his belt now? So I feel differently to it, now than I did say 3 hours ago. So if you get Chambers in midfield, Tommy Asu might be back. We've got our back four. We've got Ramsdale. And then what, Chambers, Lokonga?
Yeah, Chambers, I mean, it's one of those ones that's actually picking itself more than anything else. I think, Ben White is a good baller, good at ball at his feet, could play midfield, but I think I'm with you when you say you really don't want to distract the defence, especially the partnership him and Gabriel were formed so far, so I think, in a derby game, in a game of high emotions, with so much counting on it, you really don't, our defence was key today.
Yeah.
The defence was key today. So you got to kind of take that into consideration. But I think that midfield, if we don't get the player in time for the deadline, then I think the sensible thing is to put Callum Chambers because he's so versatile.
I think it is. I mean, the news also that came out during the match, believe it or not, 5 minutes after the red card for Xhaka, Miguel Aziz was recalled back from his loan at Portsmouth. Now, he did get 12 appearances since joining in the summer, so it's not like he's not playing at all. I'd love to know how many of them start, so I'll obviously do my research on that. But interesting whether Arteta feels that actually just getting him back, and he's got a bit of a presence, he's like 6'2", 6'3", maybe he could come in and do a job of the North London derby. Danny Rose had a good North London derby debut for Spurs. I mean, it's not unheard of.
I mean, I'm not superly against it because we've seen the emergence of Martinelli, we've seen the emergence of Saka, emergence of Emil Smith-Rowe. A lot of these players were given chances when I don't think it was their time to get chances. We might get him back and he might just be like, he might just do a good job to the point where we're actually thinking, hold on a minute, this might be a solution. So I'm not really against it. However, I think the sensible thing is to get someone with experience.
Yeah, I hear that. We've got some more clips. Just before we do, an apology has come in from Granit Xhaka. Not to us personally, can you imagine? That'd be funny. He's posted on Instagram. He has said, I want to apologise to everyone. I'm so proud of my team and the spirit that they showed to keep a clean sheet tonight. Hashtag GX34. 10,000 likes already. Look, thank you for the apology. We can't keep berating you with saying you made a mistake. Then when you make an apology, not be thankful for it. Yeah, thank you for the apology, but I just think we're all tired. We're all ready to move on. We're done. The real apology is not making the mistake again.
Thank you.
And if he plays the rest of this season and then the rest of next season, and I had to bet everything I own on whether he'll get another red card between now and then.
Oh, come on, that's easy.
He's getting another.
He's getting another.
Or dare I say, make another mistake? Red card, penalty.
Oh, usually does a red card or penalty. But listen, apology. Housen says that. I mean, of course, I don't think he goes out there wanting to be sent off and put his teammates in trouble. But sometimes you got to wonder if maybe he does. The way he plays, you kind of question, bro, do you go out there to do that deliberately? And do you apologise if we would have lost today? Because I think it's a bit, I think, in fact, it's the wrong time to apologise because the team have done well, so they deserve the credit. We don't need to focus on your apology because they've done well. What you're going to do is shift it back to you now.
But if you left it too long, then people say, how has he not apologised?
It doesn't. Did he apologise against City?
No, he didn't apologise after City. Both times he got a red card.
Right. It doesn't. Keep it the same. Again, showing inconsistency. Showing inconsistency, James. Do you know what I'm saying?
Hey, listen, I know, but let's end on a positive. Final word on tonight, then we've got a couple of videos and we'll round up. But actually, think of what your final word is going to be. Let's hear what you guys have to say, and then we'll give our final bit.
I'm just so happy about that result. I know we shouldn't be happy about draws, but all things considered, right? We're playing Liverpool, one of the greatest teams in Europe, right? And we're down to 10 men because of a reckless challenge by Granit Xhaka in the 23rd, 24th minute. It was a good result, right? And I was really impressed with Arteta's quick thinking of getting the players that he wanted out onto the pitch. That gives us more defensive solidarity. And yeah, I'm just really happy with his tactics. And I'm most happy about the way we played. I mean, the heart that we showed was just unreal. I mean, all 10 players, not 11, all 10 players were just balls of the wall, just trying their absolute hardest and showed so much heart. I mean, my friend and I were talking about this, cojones in corazon, right? Balls and heart, we just had that to the max. And I'm just so happy with the team. I'm really excited for the second leg. We go into second leg at the carpet or the Emirates, tied 0-0, and let's go. Let's do this thing. I mean, we can do this. We can play Chelsea hopefully in the final at Wembley. We have a great record against them at Wembley, right? Let's continue that streak if we get there. But yeah, come on, you Gunners.
Yo, what's up, AFTV? This is Gennaro from Brazil. Although I am in the UK at the moment, I'd actually bought the tickets for that first leg that was postponed. I spent a whole month's wage on a couple of tickets for these and it was postponed. I'm here for holidays and I'm leaving during the Tottenham game. It's incredible, but it was postponed and that's it. And this game, we have to big up, like I said, the energy on that. And you wish to give him a new contract, but then what happens then? They drop. He's 29, 30. You give him a 2-year contract. He's gonna be sitting on that bench on that contract. So you know what? We'll get him while he's good. And he's definitely good now. The effort on that, the effort on Lacazette, the effort on Tierney, the effort on Saka, Martinelli, and then Gabriel the monster. Come on, let's eat them up. Let's eat them up now at the Emirates.
Hi, my name is Sadim and I'm from Bahrain. And I just finished watching the game and I must say I'm really impressed. I'm quite happy with the result. I wasn't expecting it to finish 0-0. We did a great job. Yeah, I think it all goes down now at the second leg next week. Hopefully we'll get the result then. And yeah, I think we did a good job at keeping Liverpool quiet today. They didn't really do much except for the last 5 minutes. And yeah, Ramsdale, great performance. Ben White, great performance. Definitely man of the match. And yeah, Xhaka is a liability. When we have Ainsley leaving, Partey and Neddy gone, and all our CMs gone, and Xhaka does that, that's just terrible. But yeah, so hopefully now we'll win the game on Sunday. I think that's a really important game. We need to try and get that top 4 now. And yeah, come on you Gunners.
AFTV, this is Percy from Vancouver, Canada. Great job, you guys, on the watch along. It was a nervous 90 minutes to sit through, but it was all worth it considering how good of a performance our team put up. Even though Liverpool had absentees, we had notable absentees of our own in Partey and Tomiyasu, and we had to endure Xhaka's red card as well. And still, we managed to put up such an amazing performance. Every player out there, including the manager, deserve a 10 on 10 for today's performance. I don't know how this will impact us in the North London derby, but I'm optimistic about our season going forward. With the right additions, this team can go places. There is a solid foundation and structure here for this team to excel and probably finish in the top 4. So come on, you Gunners, these are good signs and positive signs. Let's keep it going.
Gotta say, big up to Arteta, and I think people need to start showing the bloke some respect now. You could see that them players dug out blind for him tonight. Shows that they believe in the process. Time the fans started believing in it.
Yeah, well, I think pretty much you could ask every single football fan in the country. They wouldn't have expected a 0-0, but I'll definitely take it, especially after 20-30 minutes when Granit Xhaka decided to be Granit Xhaka, the liability he is, and get himself sent off for the 5th time in his Arsenal career. Shock. Men against babies up until then, but afterwards I thought it was absolutely brilliant. Even the playing field, even though we were getting dominated, always gone away at Anfield, but what spirited performance. We don't often see it, and definitely needed it after that Nottingham Forest disaster. But yeah, looking forward to Thursday now. I was a good little boy today, didn't have any beers, so I'll be getting nice and steaming and going to work on Friday with a nice grotty hangover. So yeah, come on you Gunners.
And we're back. Stricto just turned to me and went, it's so mad. People are sending in videos from all around the world, and it's so true. It is. It's the reason this is one of my favourite shows still on AFTV, especially after a good performance and result, because we can sit here and just talk about the players and how proud they made us.
Indeed, they needed to dig in, and I feel like there's a mentality shift.
There is a shift, I agree.
I won't say it's all the way up, but it seems like something's turning,
Well, these Arsenal players went into this game already knowing that some key players were missing. They'd just been battered by Liverpool, 2 months ago, 4-0. We had more, people keep talking about Mane and Salah. We had more players missing than Liverpool. We had more key players missing than them.
For sure.
We've gone to Anfield. We've then suffered the red card after 24, 25 minutes. And we have pulled through with a draw. And now it's in our hands at the Emirates.
Yeah, I mean...
Fair play to him.
I remember the show we done with the Liverpool boys last week.
Yeah.
And, I conceded that we would lose at Anfield. We would beat them at the Emirates, but we would lose at Anfield. And hugely because the crowd.
Yeah.
But the crowd, we kept the crowd quiet.
Yeah.
We just didn't allow them to play. And if anything, actually, when the crowd did make noise, it was noise out of frustration.
Yeah.
As opposed to support. So, big credit to the boys. I'm proud, and I don't want to see us go down to 10 men, but I want to see how we come through adversity.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that's where elite teams separate themselves from other teams, because adversity is where most people crumble, And, twice this season, I can honestly say against big clubs, big teams, Man City in particular, where we put in that mentality and we was unlucky, but the mentality to deal with adversity was there.
Yeah.
We grinded it out, and today, good to see that we've got something out of it. We didn't crumble, we didn't get spanked.
Yeah.
We can, hopefully take it to the Emirates. And one thing is, and it's not a negative, But I don't want to just get excited and take this into the next game and then we have that thing, because I thought it was going to blow over Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. It's about it's about enjoying it
now,
in the right way. Enjoy it
now.
tonight, but we're not through, and we still need to score a goal against Liverpool. And then it's a big North London derby with tired legs. So a lot of work still to be done, not just on the pitch, but off the pitch for Arsenal. But we can be immensely proud. Couple of things to round off the night. Alex Lacazette says, proud of the guys tonight. All the fans who travelled, thank you. We go again. Love him. And then Martinez said, massive team spirit tonight. Thank you so much for the away support. Now, nothing to do with Arsenal, but Ilkay Gundogan has given his take on the Ronaldo-Messi debate. Who do you think he's gone for?
Okay, Gundogan. Okay. I think you'll go for Messi.
He did. He went for Messi. Bit of fun. Love a little bit of late night Twitter. Guys, thank you so much for all your videos. Thank you for sending everything in. Thank you for giving us your thoughts. Love hearing what you guys have to say from all around the world. It's incredible.
Yeah,
we had to block a few people in the comment section tonight for racist comments. It's very simple. We're not going to tolerate it on this channel. You're not welcome here. So we've had our production team editor in the background, big getting rid, straight off the bat. You're not welcome, you're not tolerated. So yeah, simple as that. You've been warned. Can't believe you need a warning, but some do. Jay Gunafan TV says, Xhaka's let everyone down again, and if he has any dignity left, he should leave, even though he's sorry. Other fans comparing him to Vieira is insulting.
Absolutely.
I hear that. But let's end on a positive. Final word.
AFCON.
What's your final word?
AFCON. Bro, if Salah Mane was in this...
That's your... We just held Liverpool with 10 men to a 0-0 at Anfield, and your final word is AFCON.
Yeah, big up Nigeria.
Okay.
That's my next game.
Fair enough. I'm going to say well done to the boys, but rest. Don't want them training. I don't want them anywhere near London Colney. Rest. Get in your bed. Get in that ice bath or whatever it is. Relax. Go again for Spurs. Arteta, Edu. Spend that time they're all resting.
Yes.
Getting a player in.
ASAP.
We need help. And this is not just a stopgap till Parthenon you're available. And no, we've learnt tonight that upgrade is needed and depth is needed in central midfield. And let's see what happens with Vlahovic. That could still be very interesting. Fiorentina owner said that they're going to say, he's going to say in the next 24 to 48 hours what his decision is. So we're going to find out soon. Guys, thank you as always. Well done Arsenal, well done Arteta.
Well done,
big performance. Yeah, let's clap that. Big performance,
yes.
big result, but the job's not done. Well done everyone, thank you very much. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Check out all the content coming up tomorrow. We'll be enjoying this performance, but we'll be looking ahead at the North London derby. A lot of fiery clashes coming. We've got some Spurs guys coming in. It's going to be fun. We'll see you next time.